Congratulations, you're at step number 5. Your guest has now turned into a new associate, and really we turn into step number 5, which is the startup process. Now somebody brand new really gets started at the last question of the follow-up interview, which is, do you want strong leadership from me? And that a strong leader leaves nothing to chance. They'll tell you everything you need to do from A to Z so that you have the possibility of the greatest amount of success in the shortest period of time. Or would you like weak leadership where I just pretty much let you go and wing it and figure this thing out for yourself? Which one would you like? Now, where do you think they're going to go? What answer do you think they're going to give you? They're going to say, I'd like strong leadership. Tell me what I need to do next. And now you've been given the permission to tell them what to do next. And now you move into the last 4 filters of our 8 speed filters, which happen to be their next few steps. The next step that they need to do is create a business plan, to put it in writing. Then they need to complete their financial strategy. Then they need to complete their top 25 target market list. And then number 4, they need to sign up and register for our ASAP training program and be prepared to go out and do field recruiting with their trainer. These are the next steps in the fast start process. Now, there's an exact way to do this that works really well. I've found for myself and for many people that in step number 5, it's very important right then and there, while you're in their presence, you have them the most excited to get the process going in helping them create and develop their business plan. You ask them what are some of their goals that they have. You go back to the follow-up interview where there was a question on their goals. Now, what goals are the most important to you in the shortest period of time? How serious are you about these goals? And you help really get their goals. 2 things are going to happen as you get their goals. One, what's going to happen is you're going to get to know them a lot better and build rapport in a relationship. Secondly, you're going to get to learn their hot button. And as you know somebody's hot button, you also now know how to motivate them. So as you get their goals and you get them in writing, now you get to actually go on and discuss with them creating and development of their business plan. As you're going to see, there's a chart that you can follow in creating somebody's business plan. There's a couple different options within our business format system manual, and as you go through these steps, you're going to look, there's a certain amount of promotion guidelines and standards and when they want to get them and how many nights and evenings they're willing to commit and how many hours a night are they willing to commit. How many people are they going to need to talk to? That's all discussed in the development of their business plan, but you're going to actually help them do that. You're also going to set a time within the next 72 hours to go to their home in the evening and do their financial strategy with their spouse present if they're married. Folks, the reason you need to do this within 72 hours is that they're still very interested. The longer time you let elapse before you sit down with them and do their financial strategy, the more they're going to experience that scenario of disaster. That's exactly why you need to get back into their home as soon as possible. If you can do it within 24 hours, that would be the best, but you need to do it within 72. On that appointment, you're going to go to their home, sit down with them, and help complete their entire financial strategy, which is going to do 2 things. Number 1, you're going to help them get their financial house in order. Number 2, you're going to build rapport with them again and give them confidence to want to go tell other people that this is a credible company, that they bring value to people's lives. And I don't believe until somebody actually sits down and does their financial strategy, they don't really know and believe in their heart that what we do for people is a good thing. Once you get your financial strategy done and everything set, then people are going to be very much willing to make their target top 25 list. And in the development of that list, that's where you're going to go to work and start prospecting. The fast start with somebody new really is getting penetration into their warm marketplace. You're going to help develop a target market for them that's probably some of their closest friends, the people that they know that are centers of influence, family members, people that they want to bring this out to immediately, either from a business perspective or from a product perspective. Now, you can't go out and even help that new person under the product perspective unless they've qualified and registered online for our Associate Startup and Acceleration Program. And there is a tab within WFG Online where they can go and register for that, and there's a short course that they need to take to be qualified to even sit and follow scripts and observe appointments. I'm not getting into that at this part of the presentation, but understand that part of the fast start is penetrating that warm market and contacting these people. There's some golden rules you're going to need to know as you start somebody new up. A recruit is not a recruit until they have a recruit. A lot of people are so excited because somebody new has joined them in the business. The way I look at it is that person is dying out of the business from the minute they sign their membership agreement all the way up until the time when you get somebody new in the business as part of their organization. That solidifies them. They've got something to lose now, so they're more locked in at that point. But a recruit is not a recruit until they have a recruit, and a leg is not a leg until it's 4 deep. So as you start to understand the golden rules, you also understand why it's important to quickly get out into their warm market. The mistakes a lot of new people make is they tell their new person to go bring 3 guests to the new meeting. That's like telling your brand new baby at home to go change their own diapers and feed themselves. You wouldn't do that, would you? Don't tell your new associate to go and do the most challenging part of this business. You as a leader are supposed to help control their point of contact, which means you are supposed to help find the top prospects on that list and call them to set up an appointment to go over what we do as a company with them. So that's completing their top 25 list. And last but not least, you are actually going out there and starting to go into the field and run some appointments with and for that new person. As you run appointments with and for that new person, what you're going to do is build confidence in them. They're going to watch you run appointments for them, and what that's going to do is they're going to watch you and they're going to see you handle the objections the same way time and time again. Give the same stock presentation over and over again, and that's going to build confidence in them. And they're going to say, I could do that. And that's exactly what you want your new associate to believe, is that they could do what you're doing. And in that process, you're also going to set parameters of your expectations for your new people. I believe that people need to know what their next steps are at all times. Brand new people need to know that we expect them to get licensed in a short period of time, that we expect them to complete their financial strategy, that we expect them to be registered, not only for our next big convention, but also committed to a minimum attendance for our weekly presentations and corporate overviews. We also want them to be on VoiceCom, which is our communication system for our entire organization. We also want to let them know that they need to understand and believe in all of our exchange principles. And we've got different exchange principles in this business, and I'm going to go over them very briefly now. At first, there's the personal sale exchange. That's when somebody new gets into the business. If you believe in what goes around comes around, you'll understand the philosophy of the exchange principles. When you're brand new and you get into the business, you're supposed to let the person who has introduced you to the business, or the first licensed person in that organization, be your agent on your financial services business. Not wait until you get licensed to do your own. Let somebody else help you and show you how it works. Once you become licensed, you then have the right to go and help all your new people that you introduce to the company with their finances. Secondly, there's the promotion level exchanges. The promotion level exchanges are, everybody starts as an associate, and they have to climb that ladder just like everybody else does. And you start at a position with great opportunity ahead of you, but you've got to climb that ladder. So that's an exchange. Another exchange is the ASAP training exchange. Instead of waiting until you're fully licensed to go out and experience what the presentations look like and what a client interaction looks like, get started on it right away. And then as soon as you become licensed, you will become an ASAP trainer, hopefully in a short period of time, and be able to go train new people. That's an exchange principle. And then there's also the builder's exchange, one of the greatest exchanges, I believe, in my mind. Somebody's going to help you build your organization. They're going to spend many hours, many evenings running appointments for you while you're at your job, in your cubicle, somewhere else. At some point at which you're going to get promoted to marketing director, the promoting marketing director gets to choose one of the legs, probably that they built in the first place, and that leg's going to remain in their base shop as you become a marketing director. I think it's so important to understand that you give up one exchange leg as you go to marketing director to your promoting marketing director. Now, for the rest of your career, every marketing director you produce and that you've helped that person build their organization, you keep an exchange leg as you promote them. It gives both the person who's getting promoted an opportunity to have somebody else work diligently building their business, and the promoting marketing director not to lose anything in the promotion of that new person, which helps everybody have the same goal in mind, which is to get people promoted, get people up the ladder in the company as quickly as possible. Folks, the fast start is going to be the differential between building a quick business, a large business, and having great success, and struggling every single time getting started. The question is, are you fast starting your new people? You need to get people off to a fast start. Well, here we are, step number 6, duplication. You've seen step number 1, prospecting and the making of the list. Step number 2, approaching and contacting people from that list. For what purpose? Step number 3, showing them a presentation. Only to do step number 4, which is follow up with them. Step number 5 is to start them up. And step number 6 is to duplicate it all over again. Take that new person right up to the front. Help them make their list. Help them contact that list. Invite to presentations. Follow up. Start those new people up and duplicate it all over again. It's actually very simple, but it's the rapid repetition of these simple 6 steps that leads to an explosion in your business. We've all heard that before, and it's so true. The question is, are you running these systems? Are you running these 6 steps? Many people say that they're running a system, and I believe that they're running a system. The question is, are they running the system? And these 6 steps all together create our system, our business format system. In step number 6, we have to remember also some of the basics. You need to maintain a recruiter's mentality and a builder's mindset. A recruiter's mentality is nothing more than constantly in your mind thinking of adding new associates to your organization. What a great opportunity it would be. Would you rather have the efforts, 1% of the efforts of 100 people or 100% of your own efforts? Of course, most people would want at least 1% of the efforts of 100 people, because to double their overall production, they'd only need everyone to do 2%. The recruiter's mentality has to do with going wide, adding more and more direct frontline leaders. The builder's mindset has to do with building and developing that front line of people into leaders. And the way you build that front line into leaders is you help them develop. You help them understand the system. You help build their organization as well as their mentality, and you help do something called taprooting. Taprooting is an art of helping somebody brand new get somebody onto their team. Then you build a relationship with that brand new person and help them get somebody onto their team. And then so on and so on and so on. It's been said that about every 4 deep that you go, you find a new leader. And as you get an organization or a leg that has 2 leaders in it, now you're starting to build a team. So do you have a recruiter's mentality and do you have a builder's mindset? Are you focusing on taprooting on a regular basis? See, what's beneficial about the taproot is if you have an organization of 10 people all in one leg and you need to get a message out to everybody, how many people do you need to call? 1, right? Because they'll tell the next and so on and so on. If you had 10 people wide and you needed to get a message out, how many people would you have to call? You'd have to do 10 times the work to convey the same message. In addition to that, if you have a leg that's 10 deep and you had 1 new person on it, you have now benefited 10 people. If you're 10 wide and you add 1 more wide, how many people have you benefited? Just yourself. So that's the opportunity and benefit of depth. We believe that you can do about anything in 90 days. And that's why we want to challenge everybody to do what we call a 90-day compression. And that's where in a 90-day period of time, you're going to break your day down into 3 mini days and you're going for your next promotion. And folks, you always need to be running for your next promotion. You need to accelerate the rate and the pace that you're growing in this business. How beneficial is it to know what you need to do for your next promotion? Think about the jobs you've had before or the one you currently have now. What do you have to do there for your next promotion? How much additional income is it going to be? Here at this company, one of the things I've always been proud of and I've thought was a great privilege is to know what it takes to get your next promotion and also know what difference in contract level and potential compensation that would mean. And we happen to know what that is. And some of our greatest promotions require a certain amount of production to be done in 90-day windows. So you continually repeat and duplicate 90-day periods of time over and over again. You maintain your recruiter's mentality. You retain your builder's mindset. You focus on taprooting, and you duplicate the leaders around you. They have said that the greatest and quickest way to become successful is to find somebody who's where you want to be and do exactly what they did to get there. That's the quickest way. And I believe, folks, that as you're duplicating, you want to not only duplicate what your leadership is doing, but also the way that they're thinking. And to duplicate the way that they think, you need to read the books that they read. You need to attend the seminars that they attend. As I was coming up in the business, the people who mentored me and led me, they told me what books to read. And we've got a list, a recommended reading list in our business format system book of books that you should probably consider reading to help develop your mindset so that you're in more of a mindset to win. And I don't believe that just life in general creates this positive, optimistic, I'm going to win mentality. But here at our company and within our system, that's one of the areas we focus on the most, is the way you think about things. So folks, step number 6 is to duplicate over and over and over again the first 5 steps with every new person. Can you stay consistent? Can you not get bored of the basics? I've been in this company for many years, and even today, I still have to do every day what I did when I got started and not be bored of it. I am as excited today as I was when I became an associate in this company, and I hope that you can maintain your enthusiasm, maintain your excitement, commit to the system, have a passion for the process, have a recruiter's mentality, a builder's mindset, and be committed to win.